9 years ago, I got denied for a car loan with a 500 credit score. Sitting in a dealership in my uniform, embarrassed with no idea why my credit was even that low in the first place. Today, I run a company that helps other people, consumers, entrepreneurs, and other military members, fix exactly what I did not understand back then. I don't usually make videos about myself. I'd rather teach you the material. But enough of you have asked how I actually got into this. So today I'm telling a real version, including the parts that aren't flattering. By the end of this, you'll know exactly what happened, what I did about it, and why I built Burns Legacy Enterprise around it. So here's the scene. I'm active duty. I need a reliable car. I walk into a dealership thinking this is a formality. The finance guy comes back with a face that already told me the answer before he even said anything. 500, that was the number, and at the time I didn't even know what made up that number. I just knew it was bad enough to give me a no. So here's the honest version of how I got there, because I think this is the part people relate to the most. A couple missed payments early on that I didn't think mattered, a collection account I didn't even know existed until it was already reported, and just general financial inexperience. Nobody sits you down and actually teach you this stuff, especially not when you're young and just trying to get through your first few years of service. None of that is a dramatic story. It's just what actually happens to a lot of people. That's exactly why I don't think it's shameful to talk about. That moment in the dealership wasn't even the lowest point. That came about 6 months later when I tried to move off base and got turned down on an apartment application because of the same credit issues. That one hit different, because it wasn't just inconvenient, it actually affected where I could live. That was the point where I stopped being embarrassed about it and started being annoyed about it instead. Annoyed enough to actually do something. So I started doing what I always do when I don't understand something. I went and learned it from the source. Not blogs promising quick fixes, the actual law. The Fair Credit Reporting Act. How bureaus are supposed to report accounts. What rights I actually had as a consumer that nobody has ever told me about. It took me months, not days. I want to be honest about that because a lot of content out there make it sound instant and it wasn't. I went through my own report line by line, disputed what was actually inaccurate, and started rebuilding. One account, one habit at a time. I'm not going to stand here and promise you a specific number because that's not how this works for everyone. And I'm not interested in making promises I can't back up. What I can tell you is that within about a year, my own profile looked different enough that doors that were closed to me before started opening. Approvals I couldn't get before, terms that were actually reasonable instead of predatory. That's when people around me started asking for help, and that's the part of the story most people don't know. It started with one guy in my unit, genuinely just asking me questions. After he saw what I've done with my own credit, I walked him through what I've learned. Then it was somebody else. Then it stopped being casual advice and started being something people wanted to actually pay for because it was working and because most of what was out there was either overpriced or full of false promises. Burns Legacy Enterprise came out of that, out of realizing the thing I had to teach myself the hard way was something I could teach other people the right way, faster and more honestly than what they've have learned on their own. Here's why I'm telling you all this instead of just another breakdown video. If you're watching this with a credit score you're not proud of, or if you've been denied for something that mattered to you, I'm not on the other side of a textbook telling you what to do. I've sat in that dealership. I know what that specific kind of embarrassment feels like. Also, I know it's fixable because I did it without any special advantage. Just information most people never get access to, which is exactly what this channel exists to give you for free. 500 credit score, a denied car loan, a denied apartment, months of actually learning the system instead of guessing at it, and a business that came out of just trying to help the people around me the way I wish someone had helped me. Next week, I'm going back to the educational side, breaking down exactly what debt collectors are and aren't legally allowed to do, because that's one of the areas where I see people get taken advantage of the most. If any part of my story sounds like where you're at right now, the first step is actually seeing what's on your credit report. I've got a free checklist linked in the description that walks you through it section by section. Same one I mentioned in my first video. If you want more of the real, unfiltered version of how this business actually gets built, not just the credit breakdowns, let me know in the comments and subscribe if this one landed with you. I'll read every one.